Welcome to a challenge lock that was pinned by Red Cat Imaging and sent to me by Leon's Lockpit. So both of you, thank you very much. Tom named the lock Grey Fox, and it's a very cool challenge lock. You can see it's an ABUS titanium ATTI-40 with 6 pin chambers, and the 7th thread screw is for the retaining pin. It has a relatively wide open keyway, but a pretty good bidding, as you can see. Very short 5, very long 4. So that's pretty good. Lock works perfectly, no complaints. Yeah, and it's locked up. I picked it a couple of times before, but no matter how often I pick it, it's still a very tricky pick. I use a wiper blade type insert tension wrench on the open side, because the keyway is very long, so it reduces the height of the keyway, and also it gives the pick a nice angle to navigate between these peaks here. Alright, so let's see. I start with a good amount of tension and I find 5 binding, push it up, I think that's it. And now 1 is binding and 2 is binding. 1 is binding again, so these two are friends, 1 and 2 are friends, they're always binding together. Okay, touched 5 again and the core turned a little bit, and touched 6 and the core turned a little bit more. Great. Now I'm hunting for feedback, counter rotation from 5 I believe. They lock really easily overset, so I have to try to carefully pick the spool. So I think I got the spool, maybe I overset it, not sure, but I think we are not far away from a good state. I release tension a little bit and I feel the plug turning back. So let's see, 1. That was 2. That was 1 again. Touched 5 and got some clicks, but no feedback from the plug. Now feedback from the plug, and I think 5 has come back. Try to set it. Not sure if it's ready. Okay, touched 6 and the core turned into a deeper false set. Now I'm in 5 again. Getting counter rotation. And got something out of 5, but maybe again overset state. I released tension. I felt the plug come back a little bit. So 1, 2, 1 again. Pick these two friends. Touched 5, touched 6, okay, and the core turned back. Again on this nasty spool. Not sure what he put inside. So now I picked it maybe only halfway. Let's see. 1 and 2 are again binding. They require a lot of attention. Ha! And now, look at that. It popped open. Alright, that's so much fun to pick this lock. I picked it in the afternoon on the terrace when it was sunny, and I looked into the garden and I picked it and it was just such an enjoyable thing to do, and now I got it on camera. Okay, let's get it. Oops. extract the retaining pin. Oh, that's a long screw. Never seen a screw that is this long. I mean, a set screw. Very cool. So now we should be able to get the plug out so we can see the locking mechanism inside with the two locking poles, locking bars. And here is the plug. It's a little bit greasy or oily. Let's see if he has done anything to the chambers of the plug. Doesn't look like. Everything is smooth in here. Nice plug. It's a little bit flattened on the top, so this makes the lock still work smoothly, although there might be wear on the pins or on the key. So this is a measure to have not a sticky key over time, or not to get a sticky key over time. But now let's closely inspect the pins. So we've got standard key pin in 1 and a double serrated as driver, another standard key pin in 2 and a multi-serrated as driver, then another standard, almost standard, a little bit of serrations towards the shear line on the key pin, and that's kind of a mushroom driver, like a spool, or it's a half spool. Very cool looking pin. Then we've got a standard key pin in 4 and one of these cool ABUS spools. So these are spools and they have a T-pin part at the end. In 5, standard key pin and a regular spool. In 6, standard key pin and a double serrated, which was a key pin. Alright, yeah, Tom, that was a very nice lock, very enjoyable pick, great feedback, and yeah, it was just great fun for me to pick this lock. So here are all the parts again at a glance. Yeah, Tom, thank you very much for making this lock, and Leon's Lockpad, thank you very much for sending it to me. It was a great pleasure. Yeah, and everybody else, thank you very much for watching. Happy picking and bye-bye. Quick addendum, I was just looking at the effectiveness of the driver pins, and you can see all of these drivers sit deep enough in the chambers of the plug so that they are really effective and all of them come into play. For 3, I'm not quite sure because there is not much room left for the driver pin to come into play. So I don't know if this pin was meant to be inserted like so, but then there is not much spoolish part left, so this would not act as a spool, but maybe it was meant to be inserted like so, with a tip towards the shear line. Then you would have had a T-pin. So I believe it was inserted like this as a T-pin, but I don't know, so please Tom, let me know. Alright, that's now really it. Thanks for watching, happy picking, and bye bye.